So I'm going to tell you here one thing with which you can make her enjoy the whole of the intercourse a lot more. I said 10 times more, probably not far off, maybe 10 times more. You don't need to learn a technique. You don't need to train for it. You can do it right now. It is super easy and it will immediately let her enjoy the intercourse so much more. She will love it so much more. I'm Alexey Welsh, and on this channel I want to tell you everything I've learned about women from 20 years of working with them as a sex coach and a sex therapist. And this one thing will let her love intercourse with you, and it is so simple. And it's about the moment of penetration, the moment you're actually going inside, after which the intercourse will continue. And this beginning of the intercourse, this very first thing in the intercourse when you're penetrating, this is a major moment. It's going to make or break the whole intercourse. This one thing, how you penetrate. It's a little bit like the first impression when you meet somebody. It can be like a great first impression and then you really like that person, everything flows from there. Or it makes a bad first impression and then that's tainted, maybe it's quite difficult to come back from. It's not so much about the lubrication, it's just about the vagina still being a kind of a tight space that still needs to be mobilized, still needs to kind of stretch, and is not ready for a lot of movement, or is going to be uncomfortable. Not just uncomfortable, but often even painful. So that first impression when you go inside and you start moving, that immediately creates a positive experience or a negative experience. It immediately creates an experience of pleasure for her, that she feels really nice, she feels comfortable, she feels really good with you inside, it's giving her pleasure. And then from then on, she relaxes more and she keeps having a good time in the intercourse. Or it immediately creates a negative experience, some kind of discomfort, some kind of pain. And from there, it tightens even more, it becomes even more anxious. So it becomes like a snowballing effect. It shuts down the feelings, so she's not enjoying the intercourse from here on. And the further it goes, the more it's like not a very nice experience. So you need to give her plenty of foreplay to make sure that she's aroused. You also need to make sure that you are well lubricated, whether with her own lubrication or using the lubricant, so everything is going in really easily. So these two things are important. But even with foreplay, the vagina is still never quite ready for a lot of movement with the dick inside. Until you actually are inside and you are moving in it, that is when it kind of completes its arousal, if that makes sense. So you always have to be careful at first. And that first impression, even if you gave her enough foreplay, can still make her uncomfortable, can still make her, kind of tense up, something kind of doesn't feel good, and then she doesn't enjoy the intercourse from there on. So what you need to do that she will absolutely love, first of all, you need to go in slowly. Fast penetration is never good. Like, it doesn't matter if the woman is really horny, if she's really aroused, there's never a benefit to fast penetration. It never makes a woman feel better. Always feels better when you go in slow, always. So first you need to go in slowly, well lubricated, make sure there's plenty of lubrication. So more or less at this speed. So, you need to go in kind of like this, yeah? Not faster than this. Let me show you again. And then the trick is to actually stay inside her without movement. Just stay inside her for a bit without movement. And this will do magic. You are aroused, so you can stay inside. You don't need to move straight away to stimulate yourself. It's sexy for you. It's turning you on to be inside her. Just enjoy it for a bit. Enjoy the feeling of her. But for her, that little bit of stillness in the beginning without any movement is going to do a lot. So a little bit of that anxiety about how it's going to feel and whether it's going to be uncomfortable is going away now. She's really relaxing, she's feeling really comfortable. She knows it's going to be slow, so she's opening, and that makes her feel more. And she gets a bit of time to really kind of enjoy the feeling of you inside without having to tense up for movement. She just really enjoys, it feels really nice for her to be full, to be filled in, and then to just take a moment enjoying that feeling. This is a really powerful sensation for her. And she will just physically and mentally relax and open up. And from there on, she will feel a lot more and she will enjoy sex a lot more. So you don't need to be there long. It's difficult to put time on it. You can just do what feels right. But if I wanted to put time on it, maybe 10-15 seconds, it doesn't need to be long. If you can do it for a bit longer, to like 30 seconds or something, that would be really, really nice. And it's not like you need to like go inside and freeze, you don't need to be weird. You just go inside, but just don't move. Just really enjoy being there. Let her enjoy it and just be with her hold her, kiss her, touch her somewhere. It's just a deep moment of connection inside her without movement. So you're still making love, you're just really absorbing and enjoying this moment of being together for a bit. It will really allow her to let go, and it will activate all the sensitivity in her vagina. And then from here, don't go into a lot of movement straight away. A good next thing to do is just a bit of kind of staying inside her, but just a bit of like moving with her a bit there, moving kind of around there a bit, but still staying inside, not going in and out a lot. That feels amazing for her because she's beginning to feel sensations without a lot of uncomfortable movement yet. It will really help her to open up more, to soften more, and to feel a lot more sensitivity inside the vagina. And then just start building up slowly with a few shorter moves, and then you can start moving slowly, but you can start doing the whole movements. And you should go and watch my video on how to move inside the vagina then to make her feel really amazing. Go and watch that next.